Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. This your girl Kiana, and today I'm doing a tutorial. So if y'all are interested in seeing how I get my girl to go from this beautiful blowout to this, just keep watching. Alright, so let's get started. I am using my infamous braiding gel to do this style. I love this product. It is perfect for my braid styles. It works well for me and it does not leave any residue or any caking. So yeah, I'm gonna start off by sectioning off my client's hair. I am doing large knotless today, so I'm going to go ahead and just part her nape section from ear to ear. As you can see, just go ahead and get that cleaned up. She is already washed and blown out, so yeah, we're just ready to get started with the braids today. Alright, so if you have seen any of my tutorials, then you already know I do apply the product to my client's scalp to just clean up the part and help get that really crispy and clean precision. And yeah, y'all please ignore my salon suite. It's a mess. I didn't think about that before I started recording. And I also have my baby boy Cass. He's also with me at work on this day, so y'all will see a little bit of him. But yeah, I'm just going ahead and getting that nape part really clean. And now because I said like I'm doing not large knotless, if I could talk, I'm doing large knotless. This is going to turn into 2 sections. So I'm gonna part that in half. Get that all sectioned off. And like I said, just make sure that part is really clean. This is the base part of your style. Alright, so like I said, I am gonna section that off into 2, just splitting it right in half. Yeah, I'm gonna basically do the same thing that I did to the first part. I'm just gonna apply some product to her scalp and then go back in and clean it up with, you know, my precision comb and just straighten it up real good. Alright, so this is not a tutorial for how to do knotless braids. So if you don't know how to do knotless braids, I suggest you click out of this video because I'm not really showing you how to do knotless braids. This is more so how to do large knotless and basically get that parting correct so that your braids are large, not jumbo, not medium, but large. I think there's a lot of like confusion between braiders and people who get their hair braided, or clients, I guess you could say, when it comes to knotless size. Everybody's sizes are different. This is like a great guide, I feel like, for large knotless. It's not too large and it's not too small, or not too medium. But yeah, like I was telling my clients, to some people, oh, and I got her to stand up just a minute ago because I wanted to check the length. She did want these like a little bit past her butt or right at her butt length. So I wanted to make sure that the length that I was had the hair at is a good length for her. So that's why I got her to stand up. So this is a tip for you and your clients. But yeah, like I said, there's just a lot of, I guess, talk around the size of knotless braids and what size is what and how sizes are different per braider, and I get that, but some people's like medium braids are like literally jumbo, and people are paying, you know, $200 or $300 for jumbo braids, and that's just not okay. So I feel like this is a great guide to show you how to do some large knotless braids that aren't too large and you know, not too small either. So yeah, like I said, I split that that bottom section into 2, and I did 3 braids on the very first row, and then on the second row I'm gonna do 4 braids. Alright, so this is the finished look. Once I have finished those first 2 rows, like I said, 3 on the very bottom and then 4 on the next row. And yeah. Now when you are doing your knotless braids, you want to make sure that the hair that you're feeding in matches like your client's hair. So if your client's hair is more thin and fine, then you will add, less hair. If your client's hair is like super thick, then you will add more hair so that you can, make sure that you're covering up their hair. Now, when you move to the top of their head, you do want, what I do is I split my client's head from the top, like where they're, from the top of their head and right down the middle to where that first row of braids start. And I just do that so that I can evenly get a good look at what I'm working with, so that I can map out their parts and their, the braids perfectly. So with large knotless, almost all of my clients, they always get 4 rows at the top. And so you see the 2 rows at the back and then 4 rows at the top. So it's 8 rows across the top total from side to side. And so with me splitting it in half, then that gives me a clear defined middle part. And then I can evenly, look, this lady even came in talking. That's why I like to keep my door open, because you never know, potential clients could come in at any time. But yeah, so yeah, if I split it down the middle, then I make sure that, I'm getting even parts on both sides and they match. So yeah, and I'm basically just using that middle part as my guide. And so once I get, and I like to do this because once I get to, braiding, or before I even start braiding, I can already see, what the parts are going to look like, if they're going to match. So that way, when I get to the top of her head, I don't have to worry about, the parts looking different on each side of her head. They can basically be as perfect as possible. So yeah, as you can see, I did split her down the middle. And I've done one side where I split it into 4 sections. So that's the first, second, and then the third, and then that 4th one back there. So yeah, so you see now I'm about to take this and do it right on the other side. And I'm just gonna use the first section that I did as a guide. And so now I make sure that they're even and it all aligns. So yeah, that's a great tip when you are braiding. This also helps you to kind of cut down on that time, and it's less mistakes. Like I said, you can make sure that there is an even amount of braids on both sides. And yeah, so I basically pull up those sections that I'm not working on. I will go back and clean up the parts as I need to. Look at my baby. He did so well sitting with me. He didn't stay the whole appointment. His dad did come get him, but he did well. I was so surprised at him. So yeah, that first braid on the first row at the top, I do just make sure that I take it like right at her ear. And so that way when I do the next braid, it should line up in the middle of the first braid on the second row. Now, some people do theirs starting off from the middle of the head, which that's perfectly fine. You could do that as well. You can braid from the middle and work out, if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, comment down below and I can try to explain better in words. So yeah, I did go ahead and finish braiding. Like I said, this was more so just a guide for how to part. And I think I kind of showed you all that. Now here, the moment that we all as braiders and clients wait for is that last braid. If you like the last braid, if you're really happy when you get to that last braid, comment down below and let me know how you feel. Comment down below and let me know how you feel when you get to that last braid. I need to know, because it's like, oh man, it's an amazing feeling. But yeah, so I'm doing the last braid. Here I do want to show y'all how I feed the hair in, because she does want to extend it in length. So I do take the hair, I wrap it around my finger, and what I'm going to do is just tuck it into the hair that's already being braided in, and then finish my braid. And that's how you seamlessly add in hair when you're, trying to get that length a little bit longer. And so as you can see, you can't even tell where I added that hair in it. And yeah, and just finish braiding down. All right, so you take you some mousse and go ahead and mousse the hair up. Now I did dip her in the water once before, but I didn't show that part, but I am gonna dip her again. I just wanna show y'all how to get her ends, how to get the ends of your braids straight. If you do dip one time and the ends become curly, just re-dip them again in that hot water and that should straighten out the ends. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to get the ends straight, so just dipping once may not be enough. You may have to dip it 2 or 3 times to get the braids completely straight. But this is the finished look. So nice, so clean. This is large knotless. Comment down below and let me know if you agree. Is this large knotless to you? Like I said, some people would say this is medium, and I told my client that as well. Like, some people would consider these braids to be medium. But you let me know, what do you think? Do you think this is medium or large? Yes, yes, yes. So nice. I love a new fresh set of braids. It just does something for my soul. But yeah, so I'm just gonna show y'all the finished look. I'm gonna get her to stand up and show us in just a bit. But yeah, if you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below and let me know if you decide to do so. And yeah, if you want to see more content like this from me, please let me know. Comment down below. Let's talk about it. What do you think that I could do to improve my client experience? Yeah, I'm open to it. Give me all the critiques. So yeah, let's just talk about it in the comments. If nobody has told you recently, just know that I love you. You matter, you're important, and you're amazing. Bye, y'all.
ATL, check up, ATL, you telling me you falling out of love for me. Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did. Taking our memories on love and treating it like nothing. Taking our memories on love and treating it like gossip. It's my love for my grandmother make me gentle when I care for you. Tell me you're falling out of love, breaking my heart in two. I just don't wanna live in bad.